My friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. Let's talk about the self-proclaimed best in the world and one of the most popular wrestlers of all time, CM Punk. Now, I don't think CM Punk is even close to the best in the world, but some people do. One of those people being the excellence of execution and one of the best to ever do it, Bret Hart. Bret Hart thinks that CM Punk is the best in the world, and I think he's wrong. He's totally off base, and he just literally doesn't know what he's talking about. And so let's go to CM Punk's colleague right now, Drew McIntyre, and let's talk about what a former colleague of his, Matt Riddle, also had to say. So let's jump to exactly what Drew McIntyre had to say about CM Punk. Here's the direct quote. CM Punk, I don't know how Bret Hart loves him so much. He's like the opposite of the excellence of execution. His moves are executed terribly, but he believes everything he says and people buy his crap. Good for him, I guess. That's what Drew McIntyre had to say about CM Punk. Now, the important part there, and Matt Riddle will also sort of stamp home this same thing, is that the fans absolutely love him. Now, before I dive into that, here's what Matt Riddle had to say. I have good friends on the roster that still say he's a bitch to work with. If he didn't generate the amount of money and attention that he does, he wouldn't be there. Kudos to him. The guy packs arenas, he sells tickets, he sells merchandise. Right now, hats off to him. He's killing it. But the important part there is I have good friends on the roster that still say he's a bitch to work with. So that's what Drew McIntyre and Matt Riddle have to say about CM Punk. Now, Drew McIntyre said nothing about him being a bitch to work with because he still works with him currently in WWE, so maybe he wouldn't say that. But Matt Riddle has, rubbed a ton of people the wrong way, one being Bill Goldberg, one being CM Punk, but I know Matt Riddle. I've known him for a very long time. And yeah, he has sort of his very unique intricacies about him, but he always does tell the truth, at least his estimation of the truth. And I've heard from numerous sources that CM Punk is very hard to deal with, and he'll stab you in the back, and he's a scam artist, and he's a bit of a fraud. And so those things are real about CM Punk. But what's also real about CM Punk is what both Drew McIntyre and Matt Riddle mentioned, is that he sells tickets, he sells out arenas, he has fans believing and buying everything that he says, and they want to show up to see CM Punk wrestle. Those are the facts of the matter. And Bret Hart, for some reason, thinks that CM Punk is the best in the world. Now, there's a lot of things that go into the best in the world, and maybe CM Punk is the best in the world at talking. Maybe CM Punk is the best in the world at selling a fight or bringing out the best in his opponent. But once you step in between those ropes in the squared circle, CM Punk is far from the best in the world. But then you think, okay, what is professional wrestling about? Professional wrestling is about selling tickets. It's about drawing money. It's about bringing people into the arena so they can watch you perform. And CM Punk does that at a very high level. He did that with his run in WWE later in his career when he was the champ and all these sorts of things. Then he drew money in AEW. He left AEW, comes back to WWE, and he's still on fire. Yes, he's a bit older. I think Braun Breaker made a joke the other day that he's 47 years old. What's he going to do to him? I mean, those are facts, right? He moves a little bit slower. His moves aren't as crisp. But if you look at his old matches, his moves have never been crisp. But what he has always had is the fan base behind him, people that believe in him. And now he's older. He moves slower. Every match he has with Seth Rollins is carrying that match. Yes, we saw that match at WrestleMania, the triple threat match of Punk, Rollins, and Reigns, and that was absolutely incredible. He stepped up there, but he's not the best in the world. Now, Riddle and McIntyre make amazing points. Yes, they talk smack about him. Riddle says he's a bitch to work with, and he might be a bitch to work with. He probably wants things to go his way, and maybe he has that sort of stock in the company, and his wrestling acumen sort of gives him that ability to do that. But Drew McIntyre just says he's pretty sloppy in the ring, and he is. He's not that sharp. He doesn't execute perfectly all the time. He's a bit sloppy. I mean, Drew McIntyre can say that because Drew McIntyre is one of the best in the world. Drew McIntyre, top 5, one of the best in the world. I believe so. People need to give him his flowers even more than they already do because that guy rocks. And he speaks the truth, he says the truth, and he just backs it up every single second. Drew McIntyre is the man. Now, Matt Riddle, obviously, is a legit UFC fighter. He's a legit UFC. I think he's undefeated still in the UFC. And he's a very, 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 very good professional wrestler. And he speaks the truth. And he has friends still at WWE. And he says CM Punk is very challenging to work with. But on the same token, he moves tickets. He moves merch. He sells out arenas. People want to see him wrestle. So what is the most important aspect of being the best in the world? Well, Roman Reigns right now is at the top of the heap. Why? Because he is the biggest ticket seller, ticket mover in WWE. So he's considered the best in the world right now for WWE. Does Will Ospreay move tickets? Does Adam Page, Adam Page move tickets? Right? Does Kenny Omega move tickets? Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson definitely moved tickets. Does MJF sell tickets? Like, this is what makes you the best in the world. There are tons of guys in between the ropes who can absolutely go and produce 5-star matches. Tons of guys. But can those guys, same thing on the outside, talk their way into a fight, convince people that this is important, right? Have people believe in their character, in their narrative, like move tickets, move merchandise because the fans are totally immersed and invested in you. That's what makes someone the best in the world. So, in that regard, I guess CM Punk has an argument to be made because he absolutely does that. He brought the best out of John Cena. He's brought the best out of almost every opponent that he works with because he knows how to sell a fight. He knows how to sell a narrative. But he's not the best in the world when it comes to executing in the ring, and that's what Drew McIntyre is saying. He executes terribly and doesn't understand why Bret Hart would love him so much. Matt Riddle just thinks he's not very fun to work with, a bitch to work with, to be exact, and they both have very clear points, but they also made very clear points at the end that CM Punk moves tickets and fans love him and they buy into his crap. And so I just think overall CM Punk is a scam artist and he's a fraud, but some fans still believe in him, some fans don't. I'm just giving you my opinion, my thoughts, and some facts behind the matter so you can discern for yourself how you think about CM Punk and the way he goes about his business. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'd absolutely love to hear from you. Then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.